La Masia Academy. While Lionel Messi was still considered a promising talent, this kid was being called the next Messi. But then, he disappeared. Not because of injury, not because of lost form, but because of. We tell the story of Bojan Krikic, the prodigy once rated higher than Lionel Messi, but crushed by the very weight of expectation. Glowing Star Chapter 1. The Golden Boy of La Masia. Born in 1990 in Linyola, Spain, Bojan was the son of a former Serbian footballer, also named Bojan, who once played for Red Star Belgrade. Football was in his blood from the very beginning. At age 9, Bojan joined La Masia, the same academy that produced legends like Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi. And soon, a phenomenon emerged. In fact, during that time, he scored more goals than Messi. Bojan is a genius, Pep Guardiola once said. He's a gem Barcelona must protect at all costs. High Voltage Chapter 2. A star at 17. In the 2007-2008 season, Bojan was just 17. But he wasn't afraid. In his debut season, Bojan made 48 appearances and scored 12 goals, surpassing Messi's debut stats and nearly matching Raúl's record. He became the youngest scorer in Barca's La Liga history, at 17 years and 53 days old. All of Spain was buzzing. People said, Messi is great, but Bojan is the future. Brain Chapter 3. The Invisible Darkness. But behind the bright lights, Bojan was quietly falling apart. The media attention, the expectations, the endless comparisons to Messi. It was too much for a 17-year-old kid to carry. In 2008, Bojan was called up for Spain's Euro squad. He refused to go. Why? I had panic attacks, he later revealed. I couldn't breathe. It turned out, Bojan was struggling with crippling anxiety. A silent battle that haunted him throughout his career. I didn't have a physical injury, Bojan said. I was injured in the mind, and that's even scarier. While Messi soared toward greatness, Bojan began losing his spot at Barca. In 2011, he quietly left the club. Globe Chapter 4. The Wanderer WHO never gave up. After leaving Barcelona, Bojan began a nomadic journey across Europe and beyond. Roma, Milan, Ajax, Stoke City, Mainz 05 Alaves, Montreal Impact, Vissel Kobe. 8 clubs, 6 countries, one story of quiet resilience. No one called him the next Messi anymore. But everywhere he went, Bojan played with professionalism and heart. No complaints, no excuses, no quitting. He was no longer a superstar. But he remained a footballer, and more importantly, himself. End Chapter 5. The ending, and a question worth asking. In 2023, at the age of 32, Bojan Krikic announced his retirement. No grand farewell. No golden trophies. Just a man who was once called a genius. And who lived out that gift, quietly. And on his own terms. I have no regrets, Bojan said at his final press conference. I have nothing left to prove. Speech balloon closing thoughts, for those who've been compared. Perhaps Bojan will never be remembered like Messi. He's not a legend. He's not the GOAT. But his story touches something real. A silent truth about what it really costs to be gifted. Not everyone is meant to wear the crown. And sometimes, just being yourself, is harder than becoming a legend. Do you remember Bojan? Have you ever been compared to someone else, and felt like you weren't good enough? If so, you're not alone. Thank you for watching. If you love football, and the stories that go beyond 90 minutes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.